What do you think you know about heaven?
What if I told you that there's more to it? That there are benefits and resources from heaven that are available to help you in this life, and you've never heard about them? Are you curious? Well, join Gordon Merrill as he digs deeper into making heaven real in this life.
Welcome back to Making Heaven Real, as we present messages from Jeannette. This time, Jeannette says, one thing I love about exploring other places in heaven is your universe is only one room in a very large house. When you're out of your body, you can wander through the halls. Some of those halls feel like memory, some feel like imagination, and some feel like the entire realms made up of energy and consciousness. Heaven is not places the way you think of places on earth. They're frequencies. And when you shift your frequency, you shift your reality. Well, so far it appears to be obvious that heaven's view of heaven is not quite what we learned in Sunday school, is it? This topic, I can tell you now, is going to be too much to cover completely in this one episode, so you're going to want to make sure to listen to next week's episode to get the rest of the story. We've been taught growing up in churches that heaven is this ethereal place in space, possibly somewhere beyond our solar system, so far that we cannot see it on any of our telescopes. We've been taught it is a goal to be attained, or a prize at the end of a race on earth to be awarded. Our teachings have all been centered around what will be someday, not what is right now. And better yet, what is around us. Let's hear more from Jeannette as she describes the real heaven. But while you listen, pay close attention to every time you hear her mention frequency. Jeannette says, in heaven we visit some wild frequency realities, sometimes like realms that might feel like a dragon kingdom, ancient and shimmering with colors. Maybe there's no name for it, but they're enormous intelligences, shaped like fire with form. They teach in an ancient way, not through words, but the soul inspires and realizes when they're being taught, and when the beings teach us courage. They show us how courage feels, sovereignty feels, and deep-rooted wisdom. What that actually is. When I stand inside that space, I feel like time never ended and never will. There are realms made of music. There are realms where souls gather to learn, like schools or libraries, to rest, to play, to create. Expansion isn't about climbing something like a mountain or a ladder. It's about exploring infinite spaces. Every time you on earth imagine something, every time you dream or open your heart or mind, you're making it easy for us to travel. Your imagination is a doorway or a portal. It's like a bridge. And when you think fully or live fully or boldly, you widen the pathways between realms that we can move through with you. So people think is heaven as being above in the clouds, but it's actually amongst everywhere. This message from Jeannette challenges us to rethink our traditional view of heaven as a distant place, and instead presents heaven as a vast spectrum of frequencies and states of consciousness. Jeannette explains that heaven is not made up of locations in the physical sense, but these realities are accessed through frequencies. As a soul changes its frequency, it enters different experiences, realms, forms of learning, and expressions of consciousness. She describes realms of wisdom, music, creativity, learning, and exploration, all existing as different vibrational realities. Even imagination on Earth plays a role, because imagination itself is a bridge of frequency that helps connect worlds. When people dream, create, love, and live boldly, they expand their own frequency and help strengthen the connection between earth and heaven. Her message also teaches that every person carries a unique frequency expressed through their life, soul, and their capacity to love. That inner light is precious beyond measure. Love itself is the frequency that never dies, which is why the connection between loved ones in heaven and those on earth remains eternal and alive. I think her last phrase says so much in a few words. Heaven is actually amongst everywhere. Not amongst us, not amongst spirits, not amongst angels, but amongst everywhere. Not defined by objects, people, places, or time. It is everywhere. Jeannette goes on to say, I'm looking forward to trips and exploring with Gordon. I'm expecting him to feel the magic right along with me. I'm expecting our reality to expand together because I know what it is like to be alive with him. And I know he knows how to live fully. I know this will even make me stronger, and this excites me beyond no end. Every adventure that is taken lights us up. We don't feel less without a body. We feel expanded, and it's not that we don't miss our people that we love so much. It's that we know that the connection can never die. Even in some forms, love remains. It's a never-ending story that every person holds through their never-ending, expanding chapters. Every person holds a unique frequency, and it's important to understand that you are a precious, more precious than gold, diamonds, or anything that is considered riches on earth. The love and life that you hold within your body at the cellular level that the Creator brought forward at conception is that light of love. And that's what you hold within. And that is the most precious item that a person can ever witness or hold. She says, we want you to know how loved you all are. Well, thank you, Jeannette, for expanding our scope of knowledge about heaven. But when you listen to that, how many times did you hear her refer to frequency in just today's message? It showed up several times last week and will be a major part of next week's message, I'm sure. But remember, the topic is not complete until you hear what she has to say next week as well. Consider this. What if heaven is not waiting for you someday, but is already surrounding you in frequencies you are only beginning to perceive? Every living thought, every moment of wonder, every act of courage, every burst of imagination raises your awareness of the reality far greater than the physical world alone. Remember, she said, it's that we know that the connection can never die. As you think about this week and you think about your connection with them, think about heaven in a little bit different light and use the following mantra. I am a unique frequency of love. As my awareness expands, I become more attuned to the limitless realities of heaven. Where? All around me. Heaven is not somewhere else. Heaven is a reality of frequency. And by expanding our consciousness, imagination, love, and courage, we can become more aware of the greater reality that already surrounds us. You are not separate from that reality. You are a part of it. Heaven is amongst everywhere, as Jeannette said. You carry a unique frequency, a unique light, and a unique expression of the Creator's love. Nobody else carries your expression of the Creator's love. As you learn to live more fully, love more deeply, and imagine more freely, you become increasingly aware of the connection that has always existed between heaven and earth. Listen for the frequencies of love, wonder, and possibility all around you, and continue to make heaven real in your life right now.
We hope you learned something new about God's love and His resources during our time together. Please like and subscribe so you don't miss out. You can find our social media links and our contact info in the show notes. When you're commenting, please reference the episode number. Join us next time as we again search out the ways of making heaven real in this life with Gordon Merrill.